the sky is falling day.
Yeah, like...
Not really whacking day, but like the sky is falling.
I was told to bring in a stack of albums, and now I'm very confused.
Oh, you were?
Well, I was...
Yeah, I will not belabor what's her name's drama.
Okay.
When the impetus to...
Yeah, we were,
Exactly!
we were told, actually...
My favorite band is Exactly!
Yes.
No. My favorite band is No.
Yeah,
Who?
yes.
Guess who?
Is it Guess Who?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
Who?
Guess Who?
Yes.
Okay.
Like from Credibility Gap, remember
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
That's a thing that they did.
Who's on first? Yeah. I remember that. But it is Yes.
No.
Damn it. Yeah. Is it yeah?
We were supposed to make sure one of these was done by the middle of this year, so we kind of just barely
We're barely making it.
squeaked of not being remiss.
Yeah. We're filming this on the 30th.
It was supposed to.
So-
and since we like all of these albums so much and this group, it has to be divided up into like 4 different episodes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see what you have first.
We're both big Yes fans. So, surprise, surprise, most of this is from my dad's album collection.
Oh.
I only purposefully seeked out to buy like a couple of albums.
Yeah, we'll have to point out which.
Yeah, this is from him. The original Yes album was one that he bought when it was cool. Or maybe the second pressing of. This is the one I had to buy. Mainly for the video.
Our
but
second one, yeah, that's in today.
Time and a Word.
The 1970 album, second
Yeah.
one.
Now, the fun thing about this album is...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We go.
This is not the album... This is not the cover I originally wanted. I wanted that cool UK version with the naughty bits and whatnot, or whatever. But, yes.
Yeah, that was most unfortunate timing-wise.
Yeah.
To not be able to pick up that one that was a little bit marked down.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Otherwise, you're paying $50 for a real copy of Time and a Word.
This is the marked down one. I
And
think this
the,
counts as the...
UK cover and
Yeah.
European cover.
Yeah, this one counts as, I think, the US version since it's Atlantic. But...
Where it was put out on.
But yeah.
For your, well, I love how wrong it is. That's not even the band member's guitarist, Peter
Oh.
Banks.
Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
they had the good sense to put a picture of the group with the new guitarist on the album.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Because of course we're talking about Peter Banks.
Yeah.
This
But-
is the Peter Banks era of the group. First
Yeah.
guitarist.
So,
Left in 1970, so he's on these first 2 albums.
keeping on going,
Oh yeah, what's the rest of your...
the Yes album. This is from Dad's collection. This is, of course, a pretty well-known album. Seminal. Heard that a lot. Let's see. This is the cover to prove that we did indeed have a Close to the Edge vinyl at one time.
Is it gone?
It's not in there. I searched for it.
Somebody roll it.
It's not in there.
Somebody roll it over to...
We did. We did
What's it called?
have a Close to the Edge album at one time. There is a CD copy of Fragile that is not here at the current filming location. And,
Okay.
as well as the second album that I had to buy, or that I bought.
Oh, yeah, let's call that a coup. That
But-
thing is in great shape.
Yeah, my dad was never a big fan of buying best hits or like re-releases or compilations, which in this specific case is a darn shame because this packaging is freaking awesome. The Yes Songs album, but it's all already previously released material, but that's why he wouldn't buy something.
They're
like
live.
that.
It still counts as a live album.
But yeah, he shied away from live and previously released, but yeah, this packaging is darn awesome. Something we'll have to talk about later. There's quite a few missing actually. We didn't have Relayer or Topographical Oceans. And I think the next one after that would be
Tornado's cool.
Tomato. That's from his. And of course,
Yeah, don't throw away a copy of Tornado.
yeah. And
Man.
the Trevor Horn classic 90210 or 901. I always called it 90210 as a kid, but yeah, it's 901.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it began with a 901. I thought everything out there was starting with a 902.
But yeah, so everybody knows this because this is the radio hit album with Owner on there. So also here is our CD copy of Close to the Edge that we replaced the vinyl copy
Oh,
with.
because it got lost. I was going to say, is
Yep.
that also a household? That's funny.
So there's that. And then after 90125, you have Big Generator with your
Kids, get away from my albums.
with your other
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
When they had the Mercury logo.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll it'll be a thing.
Or, what is that? Virgo.
Yeah. When you had your big
Or wait, no, it's not. Virgo's the M with the... Yeah, that's Mercury.
yeah.
The little Y with looks kind of like a guy's head.
Yes, sir. There it is.
Big Generator.
Yeah. A Warner.
This
So,
generator is huge.
yeah, it's not just big, it's huge.
Time you gonna fix the Jenny pie?
So, but yeah, that represents my big stack of Yes collection, therefore proving that I'm a big fan of Yes. So, yeah, let's see what 2 copies of Close to the Edge.
Yeah, I only have one of Yes album. Removal. Warning.
Yes, sir.
And the problem of when somebody scribbles with a marker on the front.
Oh, so
It's
you
actually
know it's
2 different people. One guy did, and then the second guy scribbled that out with a pen and put his name.
So you know whose it is.
So then you get the other copy. Do they both fold out? Yes, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, it's the number 1 spot, which means there's like multiple copies of each one of these.
Oh, okay.
Do I have 2 Fragiles? Maybe not.
Yeah, that one flips out.
It's my real Fragile though. This is the one that came from the thrift shop. The first Yes album.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, from a thrift shop. And a box of so many.
Back when that sort of thing like routinely happened.
My Yes songs. That's not in as good a shape as his. And the what's it called? Sextuple, or what it is? Quadruple.
Quadruple album.
Quadruple fold out for your triple album.
Yeah, yeah. For what it's worth, I bought it because I saw that one. It's like, yes, I freaking have to have that.
That I had folded up wrong all these years.
So,
I had it on tape first. I got Yes songs on tape in this cool double cassette thing in 11th grade.
nice.
Soon after owning, or soon after finding that
Yeah,
Fragile album.
How long has it been since I've seen a double cassette product?
Now yours did come with the booklet,
It did, yeah.
so everybody has the cool tour showcase
The photo book.
booklet in your hangs. The Chris Squire. That's what these are a tribute for.
Ah, okay.
Is the
The Chris Squire.
The deals he has on his arms. Those things.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
And then remember, I recovered a loose.
Yes.
Remember that happened only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There was a freaking Yes Songs booklet lying around
Yeah. In the,
for me to just add to my second Yes Songs.
I mean, why not?
This isn't the mega gatefold, but this is also cool because it's a book-shaped version.
Oh,
where
so
you
it doesn't
go through.
Okay, it doesn't fold out like
Oh,
this.
yes, I forgot to even fold that out.
So, yeah.
You have to be careful. This is the kind of thing that'll fall apart.
Yep.
Luckily, that side is covered with tape.
Do you want me to do mine?
Jeez, it's like a map. Oh, feel free. They're huge.
Yeah. We need to take up the shop with as
we
much
do,
stuff as humanly possible.
Take the chance and showcase it on the next or on the later one. But it's the giant Roger Dean illustrations.
Yeah.
This is the principal Roger Dean group
Yeah. Just take up as much
for your Roger Dean stuff to be
Screen
used on your
space.
albums.
screen space as
And
possible.
it's the plot from
Yeah.
Fragile. It's a planet that exploded, and the remnant of humanity is in the fish, the spaceship that looks like a fish. That thing
Yeah, okay.
from Fragile.
Yeah.
It's
So,
happening on that cover.
yeah, that's always good to
So you get your chunk of the Earth flying out.
to further explain the lore.
There's the boat
Yeah.
in your Roger Dean fish mobile.
Yeah.
Well, they shepherd these giant chunks over to nearby planets.
Yep.
So that's one of the chunks
So,
that has taken place, and it's chronologically in your.
yeah, you fold it out. You read from
See, there they are coming down. And your
read
moose.
From, yeah. And there's the
Yes, your moose.
when they when stuff starts living on them, and yeah. So, Yep.
Oh, this thing's my pride and joy.
yeah, it's
I don't know how you feel about yours.
it's quite an awesome package.
Yeah, and find it on vinyl after liking the tape for a few years, and you're like, give me that.
Yes, sir.
Give me the next one I find too.
Yeah. Yeah, one can never have enough copies of Yes Songs. That way you can put together all the best elements from each one.
Well, yeah, not wearing out your one copy that's,
Yeah.
or if your first one is about to fall apart like mine. Wait a minute, what is
What
this?
is that? Is that something new?
Why does this exist? And then that comes out in a 3 at least, doesn't it? Yeah.
That looks new.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Still Roger Dean, not near as grandiose as the Yes Songs packaging. But you still get some great Roger Dean things in the same,
Okay.
with the same themes of the
Live at
ecological renewal of the
Yeah.
planet that was destroyed. Yeah, this is from Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee,
That's awesome.
of November 1972.
Yeah.
Yes, which ones of these are new acquisitions to me? What did I buy most recently? This one. And then these couple coming up, but I believe that's it. There's Topographic Oceans.
There it is. Yeah.
From that one thrift shop in Lakeview
Nice.
with the glue damage.
It's a little bit, but oh yeah, yeah. From the same
Yes,
thing
this was one of the ones from the glue incident
we talked about in the ELP video.
that got ripped the hell apart.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, your reason/excuse to
Oh, you get another one. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
get a fine-ass Topographic Ocean.
Yeah, that's bitchin'. Yeah.
In classic times. This is a major Rule of 72 group.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to.
Their classic period extends up to this stuff.
There it
In
is.
the obviousness of Relayer.
Yeah.
Again, this is part of the glue incident where they got ripped apart.
That one doesn't look
So,
quite as bad though. So.
Your excuse to get more. Oh, yeah, what's that doing in there? Ah. Can you just get out? Ah.
Ah, the framed one. Yeah. I kind of feel like that album belongs in a frame.
And start with the back. He redid it with this beetle, that beetle with the helix shell on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
It's not in the original, but you get the cool geologic castle
Yeah.
deals where they carved these little window ledges out and stuff.
The elements of...
And Mr. Snake Man. Actually, two.
Yeah, there's... Yeah. Small one down there.
Does Relayer count as my favorite one? Fun fact. When I got it at the same time at that same place, thrift shop that had the copy of Topographical Oceans.
Oh, cool. So you were able to...
So in addition to, or since I had that one to listen to immediately, I purposely saved Relayer for 2 years, knowing that it was the final of their best classic run, knowing that it was the very last one.
Awesome. Yeah.
I think it counts as my real favorite.
Yeah, Relayer is a fantastic album.
Patrick Moore as keyboardist, and you get your 2 knights and 3 horses coming in. Is that a bird? No, that is not.
That is a third Relayer.
So cool. Belonged to a girl.
Yep.
She stuck a sticker on all her albums. Let's see, the Yesterday's compilation is awesome because it involves that America single and stuff, and another superb Roger Dean illustration. Actually, shouldn't even be showing that. That's kind of like Houses of the Holy, where it shows a naked kid's butt, and he's actually grabbing a whiz. And then tribute on the front is tribute to our, so we can
zoom in on the...
pretend it's the real Time and a Word cover because it's the same. It's the floating naked girl with a butterfly going along. So if I move this around enough, maybe
they won't notice.
Adequate conditions to be able to pretend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is this thing a 3? I guess so. I forgot this was too.
You usually,
Nice.
usually
guys.
don't see it, spread out like that. So that's good.
Going for the 1. I have most of those solo efforts from the 74, 75, 76
Oh, okay.
hiatus, but we can't include them because it's this thick all over again.
Yeah, definitely.
I like going for the 1. We got the commonality of a young fella's butt. I love these buildings.
Yes, the buildings are awesome.
Sadly, it doesn't involve Roger Dean, but oh well.
It's still a cool...
We're hurtling through the 70s. It's already new wave time, so they may as well
participate and...
do more of a 70s cover, like a...
Yeah. There it is.
Tornado. I was so proud of Rick Wakeman for returning to the group. He came back for going for the 1 in 77, but this is the Tornado from 78.
Yeah.
Where I first got to listen to the return of Rick Mann.
Yes. Rick Wakeman is freaking awesome.
There's great tracks in this.
Yeah.
And the best of.
Oh, classic
From 1981. Again, great Roger Dean stuff is the reason why you want to get a copy of this, because otherwise it's just a normal best of.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a fan of Roger Dean, you basically buy all the Yes albums.
Yeah, it's those cool. Kind of like Relayer.
Yep.
Geological formations that got turned into your society dwellings.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, does that count as what yes means to you?
Yes.
And as much as why you count as a quote fan?
Yeah, anytime I think of Yes, I just think of the fond childhood times of just hearing it all the time. It's basically Yes is a part of my subconscious. Like my dad's entire side of my dad's family.
That often?
The entire side of my dad's family are all like big prog rock fans. So Yes was
okay.
Pretty
like his brothers or something?
Pretty standard affair. Yeah. Counts as cousins, uncles, freaking.
Okay, so you might go to a family reunion and they break this out.
Yeah, absolutely. It would not be out of the question for, basically anybody on Dad's side of the family to be like putting Yes on, for sure. Mom, though, she wasn't a big fan of John's vocal style. She wasn't the biggest fan of, like, guys with high-pitched voices for some weird reason.
Oh well.
But yeah, so when
John's voice is higher than crap, and he doesn't give an ass.
exactly. It's what,
One of the many things I like about the group. My relatively favorite thing.
yeah, absolutely.
He ranks up there as one of my top individual rock stars. Jono.
What else would people like complain about Yes about?
Yeah, what is our public disdain
The modern,
that provides the thrust for
the average millennial,
us
maybe
wanting to
younger.
go into such
Yeah,
fanhood
it's
of talking about the group? The backlash of the excess.
yeah,
70s indulgency of the arena rock groups
yeah. It would be the
and prog
type of things that
that
like,
led to new wave,
yeah,
where you don't want any of the self-indulgent.
the things that punks and new wavers-
Virtuoso hot dogging.
yeah,
The hot dogging is near cartoonish.
yeah.
Gonna hot dog the cartoons tonight.
Well, I mean, also like just
A high-pitched vocalist.
modern people would complain about how the songs are long. It's not a 4.5
length.
minute power chord
In our problem of the average attention span.
bonanza. So one of the things they have going for them,
Yeah,
is
I
that-
hate long stuff. I hate big old long cool suites with different sections with different titles for the song. How come you guys don't just split them up for my radio hits?
yeah, anything over 4.5 minutes is to be automatically slandered, cut,
Like it's a freaking pain for them to, yeah.
chopped. Yeah, and they. I could also see a modern person complain about how the songs themselves like change too much, where it's not your, in regards to song composition and
Your passages. The sweet passages.
your large volume of instruments.
A lot of great abrupt tempo changes.
Yeah. And just the fact that maybe a song needs 2 or 3 different bridges.
You're wigging me out.
But yeah, I could see modern complacent Americans complaining about those things. Or modern complacent people that just want to...
Okay, this is,
But
yes, in your face.
absolutely. We're here to say that those
Man.
things are freaking awesome, is what it is. So...
We made sure to have both guys. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to specify what my other 2 recent purchases were.
Okay.
Secret. Removal. I already owned a copy of that Zud-ass Time and a Word with Steve Howe on the front. Because this is America! So I had to get the best of. I used it back in the day. Did I have a CD copy of Yes? I guess I did. In the early 2000s year, millennium.
Cool.
So I at least know the music. But yeah, this was just a recent purchase in the interest of these episodes.
Okay.
And you
You're-
get to see the thing with the pants.
You're big, yeah.
By golly, give me about 45 seconds to quickly talk about Peter Banks' purple pants.
It's,
This is obviously from the same photo shoot of them going around looking for places to pose for band photo.
but yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice Bill had them too. Yeah, Bill's got a pair of the same thing in a slightly different purple color.
Oh, nice.
Well, since it's Peter Banks that we're trying to focus on for the Peter Banks era,
Years, yeah.
you can see how he's barely, these are like not visible.
Yeah. I had a hard
First
time.
of all, he's way the hell back in the picture.
I
And
didn't even-
secondly, our colors are like pretty darn drab.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were purple.
Every copy of this, you can basically make out he's supposed to be wearing purple ones.
Yeah.
That's why I got so excited about.
Yeah, whenever I
So I
first,
can emblazon this as a notice for people
whenever I first saw the album cover for this,
to appreciate
I didn't even know they were purple.
velvety nap shine pants
I had no idea about the texture
that are freaking purple.
that he was wearing. You know, I didn't know it was velvety purple pants is what he was wearing.
Because this is going to be a dumb, boring, bad butt compilation. BBC recordings from 69 and 70. Yeah, there's not going to be anything that completely kicks ass on this.
I mean, why even put it out on vinyl?
No cool inserts. Yeah, this is a complete waste.
Yeah, so yeah, they look at that.
Yeah.
Why are we even completely wasting a splatter vinyl?
In defense of
Yeah.
purple colors.
Yeah. So yeah, that is a kick-ass vinyl though. I like it.
Pretty awesome. I
So-
purposely saved that. I purposely saved that till today, so we just actually opened that
It sounded
at
great.
the Abbey a while ago.
So
And used about half of that. Yes. You remember that? For everyone thing?
yes.
It's bad. It had the initial skeletal structure of Siberian Khatru and Disillusion.
Yeah.
Exquisite song.
Yeah. All of that was just
But it's the rest of your Peter Banks stuff.
freaking yeah.
We're doing this because
It's the Peter Banks.
he was only in the group for like a year and a half,
Yeah.
so his stuff you have to savor
Yeah. Anything.
because he's awesome.
Anything you can get.
There's a drama saga with with his departure from the group
Yeah. What was it?
and the guy from Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, was I supposed to show these two? When this came out was 2001. At the same time as buying their first album, I got their last album.
Oh,
Their most recent, latest album at the time.
the 2000. Yeah.
2001's Magnification.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything past Union from '91, so
It's fun. I
would-
kept it because every song sounds okay.
okay.
But it, of course, doesn't count as 1972.
Yeah,
And then for your research purposes, a giant box set of booklet
it's the booklet.
that came out in 2002.
Cool, cool. It even has
Okay. What a great millennium.
yeah. It even has a booklet inside for people who need to know a little bit more.
Well, he's the guy from Flash. This is Peter Banks.
Ah, okay.
Flash. Which one of these came out first? Can you hold that?
Yeah.
What does that say?
This will say.
Let's say 73.
This is 72. So.
Well, what does that count as? They both say 72?
Ah,
Okay, well, this one is just called Flash. That one's called Flash in the Can.
we're gonna have to.
And yes, they both do have scandalous
Oh yeah.
album covers.
They both also. Yeah. So.
In his group. He left Yes in 70, and apparently put both of these out in
72. Man. Yeah, we'll have to look up which one came first.
Lead singer Colin Carter, bassist Ray Bennett, and drummer Mike Ho, or Hugh, however you spell that, or however you pronounce Hough.
Probably.
Huff, How, Ho, Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Tony Kaye. I forgot all about that. That's who that guy with the little
Ah, okay.
with his sunglasses and his this
Yeah.
man,
That guy.
the keyboardist.
Yep.
I forgot Tony Kaye followed him to
Yes.
help him out with
Yeah.
the Flash album.
I don't think Tony Kaye is in this one. He doesn't get any credit.
I just kind of consider it Yes Plus, or part of their couple solo things. Nope, he was not with them for this. Like
Yeah.
the main horse.
So.
Of course, you got all your Rick Wakeman stuff.
Yeah. So.
Steve Howe, Chris Squire, and John all made solo albums.
Yeah, but
So Flash just basically counts as that.
yeah. A solo with a different name. What that would be. But yeah,
They kept most everybody else. Yeah, who are
yes?
our yeses? John Anderson that we already said.
Yeah, we already said
The high-pitched voiced man, my favorite singer.
Yeah.
Bill Squire.
Billy Bruford.
Yeah, first drummer was Bill Bruford.
Yeah.
Didn't leave till mid-72.
Yeah.
Or early 72.
Yeah, Chris Squire, who you said earlier, was
Undisputed king of the bass.
Absolutely.
I'm not a bassist.
Yeah, I've very much appreciated Chris
In a
Squire.
knockdown, drag-out debate over, I don't know, Les Claypool. I don't know. I don't know for bass who else you talk about.
He is right up there with Les Claypool and
Geddy Lee. I don't know.
yeah, he's a top bass man.
Contrapuntal man.
Yeah, we got Tony Kaye, who we mentioned kind of before. He played mainly the organs and the piano for
The keyboardist,
these.
where it's almost all organ.
Yeah, and of course we talked on and on about Peter Banks.
Who didn't leave till the end of 70 or the beginning of 71.
Yeah, because then replaced by
And Peter.
one and only. Yeah, and Peter Banks, who we talked on and on about, but he did guitars and some vocals too, along with.
Did he participate in some of the backup things? Nice.
Yeah, when it was time for not Chris Squire to do it, then Peter also kind of threw in for vocals. So, but yeah, there's your it's your first two album lineup for the Peter Banks era. Yes. So
Well, it was late 60s.
yeah,
Talking about psychedelic London and swinging London of
yeah.
60s time.
So of course,
They'd all been in other stuff.
yeah. So
Do they sort of count as a supergroup?
to me, they do. I would put them in supergroup status.
I gotta get the research out to even freaking remember what the name of some of their groups were.
They were they were all in other bands.
The Sin
Yeah.
was Chris and Peter, I believe.
Yeah.
SYN.
SYN.
14-hour Technicolor Dream.
Yeah, they're from.
Was the only thing of theirs I ever had.
And I remember it wasn't the other band name like Somebody's Shop or something?
Yeah.
It had the word shop. in it.
Before they changed their name to Yes, they were Mabel Greer's Toy Shop.
Mabel Greer's Toy Shop, that's it.
Where Peter was in the group with Chris and then left them and then came back
Yeah.
and then John joined to basically be Yes.
Yeah.
The Selfs. That's cool. Chris was in a group called The
The
Selfs
Selfs. Yeah, that's awesome.
before The Sin.
And
Yes, we're talking 1967-ish. Something, blah, blah. Played a lot of Motown covers. True.
yeah, basically how most of the other bands did it was they would cover R&B, did a handful of Beatles things.
Yeah, we're still talking about pretty primitive days.
Yeah.
Going back to... Jono was in something called The Warriors.
The Warriors. Yeah.
Back as a... Oh, wait, he was born in 44. So, yeah, he would have been a 20-year-old in 64.
Is
Slightly older. And his name was with an H to begin with.
oh,
That's neat. He just had the H taken out of his
yeah, is Jon supposed to be like more marketable or something?
name. Oh, yes, he was Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah, Hans.
Or Hans Christian.
Yeah.
He released a couple singles as Hans Christian. Because his real last name was Anderson, and his name was John.
That's good. So yeah,
Well, remember it was the thing where his previous, either the Warriors or whoever,
it involved
the Montans,
I think
the Warriors, that did a German tour that was terrible. So then he went to work at the bar where a bunch of British 1967 musicians hung out.
It was that opportunity.
In the interest of
yeah.
he was an occasional employee of this club called La Chasse.
And it involved something along the lines of like, I could get you into this club or something along those lines.
And that's who David Foster ended up being, who co-wrote, is
So-
the bassist of the Warriors. Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
These
So-
associations never my love, as Hans Christian. Oh, you know that song. The Association.
Yeah. Yeah, they were popular back then. So. Yes, sir. But
And then you get Tony and Bill.
yeah,
He was a jazz drummer, and then I forgot what stuff Tony had been in.
I'd imagine Tony was.
When everybody's a jazz drummer.
Yeah.
Wow, they have a lot of stuff from that same cool photo shoot. Where two different guys are wearing purple pants.
Yeah, they needed to blow up the colors a little more so that
Awesome.
we could tell it was purple instead of either dark maroon or purple.
He was kicked out of the group for not getting a skinhead haircut.
Yes, that's
Remember when skinhead was nothing but a style of
yeah,
British kids?
yeah. There was no scene associated with it. Like no.
Yeah, thrown out a neat change for refusing to become a skinhead for when he got a call from Squire asking him to rehearse with a new version of Mabel Greer's Toy Shop,
There it is.
which Squire said was going to be called Yes.
Yeah. So,
It's actually Peter Banks' idea.
of course.
We have to give him that credit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was his idea.
Or shall we say, believe him? Was there dispute?
Oh, yeah.
Did Chris insist it was his, and then Peter Banks came back and said, no, that was me, remember?
Yeah, because there was
Allegedly it was in the interest of, what was it, a 3-letter word because of...
it takes up less room on a show marquee, on a theater.
That was at least mentioned in here.
So,
Whether or not that's the principal reason for.
yeah, it's,
I still don't think so.
it's hard to know.
Because we're talking late 60s. And
Yeah.
they get into a lot of the mysticism and what you generally call
Yes,
post-Beatles.
the
There's a
whole
lot of John Lennon stuff in here.
that whole. Scene.
I actually thought that's what they originally were for the reason for, yes. That I still think is at least partially why. There's
Yeah.
a lot of other 3-letter words that you can pick to not take space up for
that is
on
true.
a marquee to,
like 8.
to name your group.
Yeah.
Well, it was the Yoko. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
It was a thing from when John either first knew Yoko or first met her or something, and it was an installation art piece where it was nothing but a ladder
The ladder.
that you climb up and read the word yes that was written kind of small on a ceiling. Climb the ladder so you can go up there to see the word that's
Yep.
yes.
You had to make the climb to get the
I
positive.
thought that's what they were talking about.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's
First
part,
album has a Beatles cover.
It's part of
Post Beatles.
part of the whole optimism, positive.
Yeah,
energy.
the power of positive thinking. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's,
We're trying to end the war and everything.
yeah. It's part of that whole thing. So, but
Yes.
yes, absolutely.
Who? This is from mid '69. So they signed with Atco fairly quickly
Yes. Yeah.
to have their first album.
Yep. They.
That's awesome. And then this came with a different UK cover too.
It did.
The front is like a black, red, and blue version of
Their hand drawn.
the speech balloon logo.
speech
Their
balloon,
first
yeah.
logo. Mm-hmm. That counts as their first logo instead of this, even though that's a cool font.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And then he also allegedly designed that too.
Yep. He made that very clear. In
Peter.
Yeah.
Oh yes, let's point out how darn awesome these on our specials.
your
How
liner-
darn awesome these liner notes are.
Yeah. That
Buy this thing. Support Peter Banks and buy this if you're anywhere near a Yes enthusiast.
yeah.
But yeah, his cool liner notes that he writes about
You get the entire
the formative days of when he was in the group.
yeah. So yeah, he
And,
designed the speech bubble icon
How he feels,
and
and he writes everything in a cool British way.
about very
That is absolutely hilarious.
It's quite awesome to
But
read.
what do you actually get?
You get
Yes,
yes. You
every guy is awesome.
absolutely. It
The
doesn't
risk of overusing the word tight.
it doesn't
They count as tight.
yeah, it doesn't start off slow. It starts off with just the high energy.
Yeah, there's power.
Yeah.
There's
Great.
cool tempo changes. I love when they get upbeat.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
A good chunk of this album is upbeat numbers
Yeah.
with those swinging cymbals. Bill Bruford's cymbals are
Yeah. It's
freaking awesome.
It's actually part of what I like about Bill Bruford style in general is whenever you start, like, whenever you're actively listening as opposed to like having the music on while doing the dishes or whatnot, whenever you're actually paying attention to the music is whenever you realize Bill Bruford is like a quite awesome drummer. Like, you'll hear
Yeah, you get some good wizardry
get the good fills.
for no more that I know to listen to, but I have to say that every time just so.
You get just the awesome ability to keep a complex rhythm going.
I at least know he's good.
It's yeah, you'll hear a bunch of variations on the snare.
He gets
Man.
around the kit
Yeah, it's just his
and can play their often mandatory
drumming style is
swinging cymbals
immaculate.
that make you go like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
And when it's time to rock, he can do a really awesome driving beat as well. But yeah,
John, that we keep saying, high-pitched voice, wonderful.
very prominent.
Neat voice that I like.
Yeah.
And Chris, that the bass tone is like anything from back then.
It's yeah.
The super heavy, growling bass tone.
Yeah. Growling bass.
Do you know any other
Chris
similar thing from?
No, actually. I can't.
It's not how Greg Lake played.
It's not how Roger Waters played. For sure.
Again, for no more that I know.
It's not
But,
yeah.
yeah, I've just heard him many a time be called
He had the
legendary man, king of the bass.
there were a lot of people that could go like higher up in the notes when you're playing your bass, like way down here where the high notes are. But Chris had a way of making it like work better and jump up the note scale and make the transition sound more organic than just, oh hey, I'm playing a low note down here, now I'm playing a high note up here. He could do the slides and the arpeggios.
Is that part of what contrapuntal is?
He'll climb up.
I don't even know what counterpoint is.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
That's what his style is called. He kind of pioneered that for rock bass.
Oh, okay.
Contrapuntal.
So, yeah, but you can definitely tell it's Chris Squire, and the thing that made me take notice about these first two albums compared to some of the more popular and post Peter Banks stuff is how we said it before, like hard and energetic it is. Because whenever I hear Roundabout, I'm like, yeah, that's an energetic song, but it's like balanced energy. This is like kind of raw.
Yeah, everything's pretty raw.
Yeah.
The oldest guy is 25
So
or something. And Peter comes through, especially on this first one.
yes.
Peter comes through quite well
Yeah.
for heavy tone. It's another reason to buy the... Let me just leave that up there.
Yeah,
It's another reason to get the BBC
Yeah.
compilation.
You'll need to hear.
Is because there's a couple bits that are even heavier than
Yes.
the versions on here, where it's almost like Captain Foam. He's got a great
As they're one to do.
heavy,
Yeah.
shiny ass metallic tone. I love it.
Yeah. Whenever it was a thing to do in the 60s and early 70s, whenever you play a not studio version, you would make the tone heavier or maybe play it a little faster.
Was he turning it up to 11?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Does he count as Flash E? I feel like that's part of the namesake of why his own group was called Flash.
kind of. Yeah. It is a nice.
Sometimes when he would do those abrupt high things, like in
It's a crazy...
Every little thing.
Yeah. And it's also visually appealing for whatever the one or two maybe television appearances in the live, whenever he would just... Yeah. He would visually demonstrate that he's the man. And Tony Kaye with the keyboards,
yes, for how common sounding that organ is.
yeah, it's a late 60s Hammond.
But
But
he could do a lot.
they would,
And I love the saturated treble in there.
yeah, they would probably rely on maybe some studio tricks to maybe put a different EQ on it or make it a little bit louder than everybody else did. But it's a good organ sound
To complement your growling bass.
that sounds great in the mix.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn Tony Kaye away.
No,
What do you start with? Beyond and Before. It was actually from Mabel Greer's Toy Shop.
yeah, yes sir. And
Well, they still did covers.
yeah, you get
They
like
started out largely doing covers. What we were talking about. They did like Motown. They would incorporate different stuff. Classical
yeah. I remember there being a
type of feel. Motown hits.
Isn't there a Stephen Stills song on
That's
this
a
album?
Beatles song. Yeah, the first one has The Byrds.
Yeah.
I See You, track 2,
Yes, sir.
is a The Byrds song.
Yeah,
And then
David
there's
Crosby.
a
Yeah.
there's a Stephen Stills on the other one.
Nah, that's right. Yeah. And then Every Little Thing is a...
Whoever Clive Bailey is, he co-wrote a couple things.
Yeah.
So otherwise, it was just Chris. Nice.
Cool.
And on here, they misspell his name or use his real. Well, you got your own copy. Use his real. Use
Yeah.
his real John.
Yes.
Produced by Paul Clay. Actually, produced by Paul Clay and Yes. So they sort of had a hand producing their own.
Who's Cotillion?
Somebody that wrote something?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's just a publisher.
Oh, the publisher.
Yeah,
Okay.
after that semicolon is just a publisher's name.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So,
I See You is another one of those cool ones that has the swinging beat
yeah. That's the Byrds cover.
and crazy arrangements and changes. There's not a weak one on here, though. Yesterday and Today, I also like.
Yeah, I can't
It's a bit softer, but they're soft ones I still like.
press the skip button on this album. Like,
It's the longest one. 6.5 minutes
yeah.
that I See You comes in as.
Yeah.
Looking Around is another freaking Yes classic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Harold Land. Great.
One of my favorite ones.
Great way to kick off a side B.
Yeah,
Side
the
two.
World War I thing.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the anti-war.
Yeah. And especially,
Beautiful track.
you know, this is actually the first time I heard Every Little Thing. This is the first version I heard of it. Didn't even know it was a
In
Beatles,
the Beatles,
song.
well, if I ever looked it up, I forgot what it
So-
actually sounds like. But that's my favorite thing off of this album
Yeah.
is the Beatles cover.
Yeah, that is a quite awesome song.
Oh, it's one of the most rockin' things that had come out at the time.
Yep. Yeah.
It sounds dumb. We're trying to avoid overused cliches here, but this is like the part of the origins of just rock music.
Yes.
Monsters of rock.
Where, yeah. And especially prog.
In the Every Little Thing song, you can hear some things in there that are
It just,
so rockin'.
yeah.
Yes, it's prog tinged, obviously. It's the greatness of one of the very first actual prog groups. Yes, but yeah, something that only a couple other guys were doing in Led Zeppelin and them
Yes, sir.
at the time. This is still 1969,
Yeah.
and listen to him go in there.
Yes.
The solos and just the arrangements.
It's hard, like, yeah. It's hard to believe that was 1969.
Yeah, that thing's nuts.
Yeah.
Sweetness, again, a nice soft one.
And
It's one of
then-
those co-written by Clive Bailey. We still don't know who that guy is.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Your classic, yes, Survival
And,
of John.
yep. Yeah.
John was the actual heart of the group. As
Yeah.
far as how he talks about it in here.
Yeah, that sounds
Keepers of the Yes Flame. The principal one was old John.
Okay, yeah. That sounds...
Then you got Chris. Then the others
Yeah,
would get replaced, but still.
yeah.
Then the others are who counts.
As long... Yeah.
It's
So-
neat that Bill made it through 3 or 4 albums. Tony was in 3 albums.
Yeah.
Remember, he's still on the
Yeah, he's on
one
the...
after that.
Yeah. So... Yeah. So,
So I think it's an awesome debut.
yeah, it is.
It's another one of our cool
You can't...
ones that can go on a list of pretty darn solid
Like,
debut records.
it fulfills the... I can't skip a single track on this album.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm not in the mood to hear a slow thing,
Yeah, unless I just really need to
but
rock out,
yeah,
you can
it's...
call it a no skipper album.
Yeah, this is definitely a no skipper. So,
And then did you like this guy? I believe this is the actual thing of how it came out, how it was printed.
oh, this.
The Melody Maker guy,
Yeah. Let's see.
he
here.
talks about how
What are my choices?
when they ask the employees what 2 groups they think are going to be really big out of that year, his 2 choices were Led Zeppelin, which is more obvious, and
yes, became my other choice.
the Yes Group.
My second runner in the great group most likely to make it stakes.
And what a sound they had overall.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
one of those, like I always say, you could tell it's a tight group of guys.
It's very unique sound.
Yeah.
They found a way
Abrupt
to.
tempo changes that are quite impressive.
Yeah, to me, they found a way to balance a lot of stuff that came before. So you had your psychedelic.
Yeah, all the different covers they did,
You had your
they came out of psychedelia anyway.
R&B.
Post Beatles.
Yeah. They found a way to balance it and make it sound unique. Like,
Yeah, there's arrangements that go crazy.
yeah. That's my favorite part about Yes, is you can
Working in crazy stuff.
definitely tell it's them even when it was time to go crazy and ram out.
Well, when in the whole thing of covers, when it's your own composition, so then there's nothing else to compare it to.
Yeah.
But when you have a cover version that you know what the original was, and then you can really tell
You can still tell. Yeah. Yeah, that's
just what kind of a person Yes is.
yeah. So,
To at least enough success to keep going.
yep.
I don't
This
know if
is
they had any
still the-
hit singles off of that album,
No,
but
they sold it sold
what their
pretty
second
well.
one is
Yeah.
from
Here's our Peter Banks.
early 1970.
Yeah. So, Time in a Word.
Yeah, I forgot what month it came out, but on here it says 1970 Atlantic Records.
Yeah. So you could assume that this is primarily 1969 material, and this is
That
1970.
thing where he's holding a glass up to his face for the smaller image doesn't even look like him.
Yeah.
Seriously, in all the other pictures, that does not look like Peter Banks at all.
To me, that kind of looks like
Of course, that Tony looks weird too with his beard.
yeah. If I had to say,
And this is the real back cover. There was no separate
okay.
back cover for the U.S.
All right.
So turn your Time in a Word copies around because there's no difference between.
Okay. Yeah. So this one, this second album, this second album to me,
I would call it less awesome.
yeah, that doesn't make it not awesome, but
Safe to say, not as freaking cool as the first one.
yeah,
Yeah, of course I'm going to say there's still solid stuff in there.
we
And Our Boys, and the last Peter Banks entry.
yeah, but the thing is for the second album they rely less on Peter Banks.
We're with Eddie Offord.
You'll
That's pretty awesome. Actually, who produced this? Does it say? Tony
Tony
Colton.
Colton.
Okay.
Yeah, different producer, I think.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he is in this so much less prominently
Yeah,
that they replace it with these freaking strings. I will not crap on it in terms of citing early examples of a prog group using stuff like strings.
Yeah.
The orchestra.
It's good that they were
Days
able...
of Future Past, Procol Harum Live.
Yeah.
Whenever Deep Purple first did it, I believe 1970. Live at the whatever that was.
Yeah. But it's...
You have cool orchestral, classical sounding passages.
Yeah.
At the expense of
Turning the volume fader down on...
Peter's screen time.
Yeah. It's...
Wax groove time.
Yeah, it's not a choice that I would have gone with.
No.
Again, doesn't sound horrible.
That's another reason why you have to get the BBC compilation.
Yeah. Yeah, you get... If you're tuning in for Peter Banks, you get it on...
Half of it is from 1970.
Yeah.
With some of these tracks from the second one.
Yep.
There's an Everydays on there. There's a Then. I like the song Then.
Yeah.
Oh, you get plenty. Astral Traveler and Sweet Dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. The live version of Astral.
That thing they really should have included on there for everyone.
Yeah.
And whatever Something's Coming was, but those are saying real early in 69.
Yeah.
So apparently they just elected not to use it at all.
Yeah. But still.
Anyway, what are these? Oh yeah, Richie Havens. We start with another cover.
Yes. Yeah.
I barely know who that is. I only know Richie Havens as the guy who went on first at Woodstock with the long fingernails.
Yeah.
And they told him to improvise, so he just kept singing the word freedom over and over again.
Yep. Oh yeah, he was the freedom guy. Yeah.
But it's no opportunity necessary, comma, no experience needed.
Yeah. It was
not a short song title.
No.
So a cover of a Richie Havens song. And I like it. I like what I was trying to say. The opening melody with these strings.
Yeah, it's still pretty interesting to listen to. Yeah.
I like anything that's going like doodle doodle doodle. It is. It's like the word jump or pizza. There's a real deep down appeal that I can't resist.
You kind of get your beef. It's what's for dinner vibe when they use that.
Oh, it's interesting because those other couple tracks are Leonard Bernstein. They did. What's his name? Sondheim. They covered two.
Oh, good.
Bernstein and Sondheim things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that definitely would line up with what they were doing.
Yeah. So cover of a
what's their names? Yeah, Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah. Get a cover of a Stephen Stills track with Everydays. That's what we mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah. The Beloved Then.
Yeah. So.
With great stuff with John Anderson.
Yep.
And he actually penned it himself, so.
Yeah. This time they spelled it with no H. So that's
cool. Yes, they got his showbiz name right.
Yep. So.
Totally freaking cool. And yeah, how often do you get what I call the greatest prog group of all time cover a Buffalo Springfield?
Yeah, you don't get that at all, except for this. But
Label Mates.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Were they able to ask Ahmet Ertegun, and Ahmet Ertegun could ask him? Or maybe catch him in the hallway and say,
maybe, yeah, Atlantic was probably...
We are going to kick ass. We are going to be extremely popular in about 5 years.
Maybe Atlantic was a smaller label back then, so you could almost run in there Ahmet every day.
Oh, wait, yes. They wouldn't be in the same city, would they? Unless they purposely went to L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Or wherever that was recorded.
This is New York, so...
What the second album was?
Yeah.
Everydays. One of my favorite Stephen Stills songs.
So it's good that your favorite band covers a really damn good Stephen Stills song. Yeah. Sweet Dreams, not the Eurythmic version.
With our David Foster guy, the bassist.
Yeah.
The bassist of the Warriors.
Yes, sir. The Warriors.
That he goes back with his old buddy. Well, it was John's old group. Same thing with Time and a Word. Co-written by this fella named David Foster, so that's neat. Yes, I love Sweet Dreams. Came out way before that other one.
Yeah. They're not even the same
It'd
song.
be a
guys.
10 or 12 years.
Yeah. They're not the same song. So,
And again, great to listen to.
yeah. So, yeah. The Prophet,
These arrangements are awesome.
awesome
Oh,
track.
yeah, moving right along.
Yeah.
Prophet with Anderson and Squire.
Yes, sir. Squire
Same thing. Cool arrangements,
He
great
really-
to go through.
really comes through on that one.
You
Yeah.
want to hear every element.
Yeah. It's Clear Days.
Again, you might wish for dadgum more of Peter Banks. You
Yeah.
take what you can get.
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, something called Clear Days.
Clear Days and yeah.
Shortest Yes song beside
That
Cans and Brahms.
Yeah.
Or no, what was Bill's off of Fragile? I forgot. Anyway, it's
Wasn't it
awful
that-
short at 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
yeah. For a Yes song, that's basically the
John Penn. Yeah, you
So,
may as well call that the intro to the other one or something.
yeah. And this is the one with Astral Traveler. So,
Yes, cool phasing in your vocals.
yep. And the last track being named after the album, or the album named after the track, Time in a Word. So,
Yeah, it's not a song, it's an album.
yeah. So, but yes.
That you go into the whole John Lennon.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we should point out, even though it's in the spirit of and the positive thinking and everything, and what's sweeping the nation, but neither word is yes. I assumed it was because of this
The backstory.
album title and song title for them.
Okay. Neither word is yes, huh?
There's 2 words that they mention in there. Neither one of them is yes. Remember? Or, well, no, I guess, does the other one call it There's a Time? Yeah, that's right. So time we don't even have to count.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. One of them they say There's a Time, and then the other one they say There's a Word.
Now I know what
But
you're
it's
saying.
still not yes.
Yeah. It's not yes.
Well, it's love now. The time is now. The word is love. It's love. It's not even yes.
Something you'll have to listen to this.
It's in the same vein. Oh, did I spoil it?
No.
They can't even listen to it now.
Yeah.
You already gave the information for the quiz.
Yeah. But, yeah, so.
When you're singing the song, There's a Time and the time something something. It's right for me.
Yeah. So,
So the time is now, the word is love.
yeah.
It's in the same vein of your whole
Yeah, it's not.
stuff spearheaded by John Lennon and them
Yeah.
for the hippie days.
Yep.
Except
So-
it's not the word yes.
Absolutely.
Of course I like them both.
Yeah, this is,
In our... Is he like nervous or unprepared? Did they just catch him unawares?
oh, for,
I love Steve,
yeah.
where he's going like,
What is this face?
huh?
It's like,
Huh?
"Er?"
Are we shooting?
Yeah. Is this the movie? Yeah.
Yeah, am I here for the movie?
Yeah. It's just,
Am I supposed to be a robot? I
yeah.
forgot to look up what month this was released in, how quick he
Yeah,
come in.
because
I
that
thought they said his very first gig was March.
that factors into
And there was some kind of weird overlap between.
where there was like a 60S member or something.
Maybe not at the same time, but I thought it said Peter didn't leave till May.
Yeah, where one guy does studio and
Or that maybe this wasn't released till May, something like that. But yeah,
yeah,
he's not on the
yeah,
record,
yeah. How does that work?
and he's looking here. Plus, don't forget the teddy bear.
oh yeah,
Best zoom in on Tony's teddy bear.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, I use them both.
Yeah, these are both stellar albums.
It was absolutely wonderful to crank that vinyl of the first one on the better speakers.
yeah,
Even though I had it on CD, it was awesome to play that on a record on the speakers.
yeah. If you're
Finally.
needless, if you're going in expecting stuff like Roundabout and anything from the Yes album, you may be shocked.
Yeah, buyer beware that your mileage may vary on for the classics.
Yeah, YMMV.
Because
but,
this doesn't count as classic Yes.
but
But it's the vintage Yes. It's
It's-
the first 2 years when
it's still Yes.
Peter Banks was in the group.
It is still awesome, and it's still Yes.
Oh, they rule. Man, they rule.
Basically, Yes can do no wrong.
Going through those passages, yeah.
So,
Yeah, especially the first album.
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah. If my vinyl player had a loop function, it would be pressed for those. I'd want to listen to it twice. So, every time. But, yeah.
Yeah, I remember both every bit as fondly as the rest of their
Yes, sir.
stuff before 1979,
Yeah. So,
since we don't count Drama.
yeah, you're right.
I didn't do Buggle Club. Instead of Butt Club, I was going to make a special one for the band, Yes. We might still do that later for the later reviews.
Yeah.
Buggle Club, I think that's funny.
Well, yeah, that's
You know how they whine about in the Pantera reunion where they say, well, if it's not Dime
yes,
and his brother in the Abbott Brothers, it's not Pantera.
yeah,
Well, it's the same thing. Yes, I don't see a Yes without John Anderson. Everything else could be Yes-ish.
where you could have,
Call it maybe.
Rick Wakeman's Yes, or not Rick Wakeman's Yes.
Oh,
but-
yes, they did that before. Just list the last names of the guys.
Yeah,
When you have another faction. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe
yeah,
made a couple CDs that way because
Yeah.
they weren't Yes.
yeah. So
But yeah, when
they at least know how to do it. Whereas,
Jono is gone,
yeah,
it to me doesn't count as.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Also,
It's the Buggles.
yeah,
It's the group that did what's it called? Video Killed the Radio Star.
yeah,
It's the guy from the Buggles. That's. I had a copy. I had a copy of Drama. I bought it because of Roger Dean, and I didn't understand that John wasn't in the group
yeah,
until after I got it.
yeah.
I bought it for the cool illustration and gave it away for the lack of friend Jono.
Yeah. Which that's going to be a fun thing for the later album reviews, because I happen to be a fan of Trevor Horn, so that's going to be interesting. So
That'd be the only excuse to make a sign that says Buggle Club. Yeah, you're allowed to like him. I just wish they would have said
this is not
Squire Howe White.
Yeah.
Actually, who's the keyboardist? Is it both Buggles? Who's the other guy?
It would have been the other Trevor.
Because Rick Wakeman left again.
I think there were two Trevors. I think there was Trevor Horn and...
Yeah, but I thought Trevor Rabin was a guitarist. Anyway, whoever that other guy's last name is.
Yeah.
Because I think in '79, Rick Wakeman and John Anderson both left again.
Yeah.
Or Rick Wakeman left again.
Yeah. So... But yeah, these two albums...
Get that logo off of that album.
Spectacular.
Isn't that neat how you can dodge all of this friction just with a different name?
Oh, yeah.
Take the Yes logo off,
Yeah.
call it either Maybe or
Unsure.
their last names.
Yeah.
Squire, Howe, White, Horn, and whoever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you could avoid all the beef.
There we go, yeah. Possibly. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
For the most part. There we go.
Almost.
The Drama album from 1979
For the most
by the group for the most part. It's
Yeah.
every other man except for John and Rick Wakeman.
For the most part. Yeah, that's awesome.
But we're going to do a bunch more of them, of course.
Oh, definitely.
This
Yeah.
is my favorite rock group.
Yeah, we both hold
So,
Yes in pretty high regard. So
I'm never going to not want to talk at length on the stuff they did from 69 through 78.
yeah. So, but yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you've never been this far before. I don't know.
Well, I was